Last year, President Donald Trump laid out the United States' vision for a free and open Indo-Pacific, where, in his words, sovereign and independent nations with diverse cultures and many different dreams could prosper side by side and thrive in freedom and peace. And President promised to confront grave threats to security, and we've stood with our allies and partners in the region to defend their sovereignty, root out terrorists, and bring North Korea to the negotiating table. As President Trump described last year, the United States seeks a free Indo-Pacific, where independent nations boldly pursue their own interests, respecting their neighbors as equals, where societies, beliefs, and traditions flourish side by side, where individuals exercise their God-given liberties to pursue their dreams and chart their destinies. Trade, of course, is central to our interests in the region. And as the President said last year, the United States will, in his words, make bilateral trade agreements with any Indo-Pacific nation that wants to be our partner and that will abide by principles of fair and reciprocal trade. And while we've been forging new trade deals, we've also stood up to countries that use unfair trade practices. Just look at the stand that President Trump has taken on our trading relationship with China. As the President said just a few hours ago in the Oval Office, we have great respect for President Xi and great respect for China. But, in the President's words, China's taken advantage of the United States for many, many years, and those days are over. As the President's added, China has tremendous barriers. They have tremendous tariffs, and as we all know, their country engages in quotas, forced technology transfers, intellectual property theft, industrial subsidies on an unprecedented scale. Such actions have actually contributed to a $375 billion good trades deficit with the United States last year alone. But as the President said today, that's all changed now. We've taken decisive action to address our trade imbalance with China. We've put tariffs on $250 billion in Chinese goods, and we could more than double that number. But we hope for better. The United States, though, will not change course until China changes its ways. Data lines beyond. And the United States has a principled approach that stands in stark contrast to some other nations. As we speak, as we're all aware, some are offering infrastructure loans to governments across the Indo-Pacific and the wider world. Yet the terms of those loans are often opaque at best. Projects they support are often unsustainable and of poor quality. And too often they come with strings attached and lead to staggering debt. Not long. And so today, let me say with great respect to all the nations across this wider region and the world, do not accept foreign debt that could compromise your sovereignty. Protect your interests, preserve your independence, and just like America, always put your country first. Know that the United States offers a better option. We don't drown our partners in a sea of debt. We don't coerce or compromise your independence. The United States deals openly, fairly. We do not offer a constricting belt or a one-way road. When you partner with us, we partner with you, and we all prosper. The United States has also continued to stand with like-minded nations to ensure security and peace across the Indo-Pacific. We will continue to fly and sail wherever international law allows and our national interests demand. Harassment will only strengthen our resolve. We will not change course. And we will continue to support efforts within ASEAN to adopt a meaningful and binding code of conduct that respects the rights of all nations, including the freedom of navigation in the South China Sea. Today, it's also my privilege to announce our new Indo-Pacific Transparency Initiative. In conjunction with more than $400 million in American funding, this program will help empower the region's citizens, combat corruption, and strengthen sovereignty, and it is our honor to initiate this program. So let me be clear. The United States of America seeks a better relationship with China based on fairness, reciprocity, and respect for sovereignty. Let me be clear again. China has an honored place in our vision of a free and open Indo-Pacific if it chooses to respect its neighbors' sovereignty embrace free, fair, and reciprocal trade, uphold human rights and freedom. The American people want nothing more. The Chinese people and the entire Indo-Pacific deserve nothing less.